But there you are.
Hey,
Good
I
morning.
invite you to wear something on your head, Nirvana birthday girl. I love it.
She's always
Okay.
ready here, right next to me. There we go.
Happy birthday.
That is
Happy
amazing.
birthday in Cape Town.
Yes, thank you. And like literally 15 minutes before our catch-up call, I have this absolute banging on the door. And first of all, my heart jumps out of my chest. And I looked and
Oh.
my sister and her partner and my mother has arrived with rolls and cake. And so, yeah, so just how wonderful, just to, because I just thought, well, my birthday is just going to be a day. I had beautiful Sunday. I'm going to have another Sunday with the family, and my day is just going to be another day chatting to you, of course, and dishing up ratatouille, chop wood and carry water.
The real life of Mother Earth you live, my darling.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn sideways just a fraction because of the lighting. But no, happy birthday. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And what I was going to say to you, my dear sister, is that I know our topic today was going to be focus and vision. And what I wanted to invite you is that what is your focus and vision for your birthday? I'd love to know.
Yes, quite a like, okay, let me think about that focus and vision. So I guess I'm 54 this year. I had a conversation early this morning with Michael in Australia, my twin flame energy. And in that conversation, I said to him, you were one of my biggest and hardest teachers. And because I know as a survivor of, being an abused child, you learn certain things in life, right? How to survive, how to avoid, how to manipulate, how to overexert yourself in a powerful position because you don't have the power at home, right? And so that was something that kind of was a thread through my life, is that sort of manipulative, passive aggressive, and victim type of person. And so my experience with Michael has really brought that to the surface, like my passive aggressive tendency. And I have grown since I've come back from Australia in 2015. I have grown so much. And so my vision and my focus is to continue being self-aware and to catch myself in those moments. And I think that the most important focus would be to not be so hard on myself, because I am very hard on myself. I'm very demanding on myself. And so to have more fun in whatever it is that I'm endeavor, and not to have this kind of, it's got to be perfect, it's got to be right, what people going to think, if it's slightly wobbly or slightly this, or if it's completely over the top. So I'm just going to have fun, be authentically me, right? And so that's my focus for I suppose, until it changes. For right now, this is I think going into the next year and next part of my life. Have fun.
That sounds absolutely amazing. And you know what? I think when you're talking about all that medicine that you've learned as a medicine woman, and all that kind of stuff that we take on board from coming from very difficult childhoods, it when you alchemize that, it turns into this sweetest thing. And joy is part of that. When we focus on joy, we're not focusing on that wound that we felt in the past. because although that's there, and yeah, we can be a victim. The victim shows up in many, many different ways.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, we can be a victim by even being passive aggressive, because that's still mirroring the victim out of us saying, well, hang on, I'm not gonna take this on board. I'm gonna be passively aggressive to you because I still feel hurt. And so I think, you know, we kind of visit so many areas of that triangle of being the persecutor and the victim, and then we kind of drop back into being the do-gooder and helping everybody else, you know.
Totally.
And we kind of go round this kind of triangle, you know, and then you suddenly think, hang on a minute, where is the joy in my life? Where is the focus on the joy and the fun? And let that shit go, babe.
And you know, you just mentioning the triangle, and it kind of made me think about our four bodies, right? So so we've got these three parts. So how can we bring in that fourth element to create the, you know, the crossing over to the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. So that we don't go around a triangle, but that we go around in those beautiful four directions, creating a circle within the cross. That's what I just came to me.
That's a fantastic analogy. And what's straight away downloaded for me was bringing in the spiritual aspect of ourselves at that point, and just kind of refocusing on our body. And asking our body, well, hang on, what's all this meaning to me? Where am I feeling this?
Yeah.
You know, what speak to me, body? You know, what are you saying? What are you trying to say to me in this? You know, what's this triangular thing going? What you know, when I'm in the victim, what are you trying to tell me? And I think by connecting spiritually with our body and our essence, we can kind of open up that fourth dimension, that beautiful kind of fourth dimension, and which really does embody all of the other dimensions so perfectly. And for me, that was kind of what immediately came to my mind when you asked that question.
But now it's my turn to ask you, because you've had a tumultuous week and having to deal with a lot of emotional stuff, mental stuff, and I suppose also the physical stuff of having to clamber through scaffolding and, you know, and doing all of that, but being in your priestess energy and standing up. So you've had quite a bit of challenges with being able to see your mum. And so if you can share maybe, you know, that journey for you this week, because I just want to hold you in, you know, in all of this magnificence and power that you have, having to see your mother in these horrific conditions, you know, that they've put on us with this I want to call it the scamdemic, because that's authentically me, my radical candor.
Yeah. Go on, say it, Nirvana, say it.
Bloody scamdemic and plandemic, you know, that is just, taking our freedom away. So, so how's that been for you? And how did you kind of stay balanced, you know?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Thank you for asking it. And that has been my focus and vision this week, actually. And it's been a challenge. As you say, it's brought all of those elements, the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, in holding that situation. But balance is the key. And I feel that I was able to step into my authentically me when I needed to speak my truth, and just put my boundaries out and saying, hang on, this isn't acceptable. I don't accept this. I am not negotiating a scaffolding course to go and see my elderly parent. I am not doing it. Absolutely. So you get me into that building another way, you know. And so kind of that was my physical aspect. My emotional aspect was to hold my mother, which again required me to hold myself emotionally, and sort of realize that in fact how healed the process of the healing that I've kind of come to at this point. I mean, I know it never ends, but I feel like I've come so far in that emotional and mental healing. I really did recognize, Nirvana, the balance that I was able to bring to that situation. And even though I felt angry at times, I was still able to stay in that,
in that
sort of in my power without becoming aggressive. And I think that that's so powerful when we can do that,
Yeah.
you know.
And what I also liked was, when you shared in our circle thread, and you shared your tears, you shared your pain, you shared your overwhelmedness, which, this is also, I can feel it's very important that we have witness to that. We have people witness to that part of ourselves, that the overwhelmed, there's the sadness, the grief about what we have to go through. And I just thought that was so courageous of you, to bring that forth into, but that the sisterhood would hold you in that, you know
Absolutely.
and I think that is more what we need to do more. Did I tell you that I cried on Sunday? Yes, I did tell you, right? So if I can share about my, like,
Absolutely.
sudden floodgates. So I was at this beautiful market called the Talent Exchange Market, where no money is exchanged. We are basically exchanging goods for talents, and our talent account gets credited, and I can then go and purchase something else for talents. And there was this one guy which I didn't know that he plays the piano. We're in this beautiful space, and there's a piano in the space, and he started playing the piano, and it was all good. And he's probably been playing for about a half an hour. And I was busy chatting to somebody opposite my table. I can't even remember who it is, what they were talking about, because when they started to strike the keys, within the third keys, it was like I was completely out of my control. I just started to cry. The tears started, and I started to, I don't know what you call that, we call it snicking, like when you like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I
yeah.
remember doing that as a child. You feel sort
Yes.
of don't you?
Exactly. And there was a song that my son Casey, who was 30 yesterday, my birthday
Wow.
gift, had always played on the piano. And I remember us doing a trip once to Knysna, a beautiful part of the Western Cape. And we walked into this one place, and there was a piano, and he said, "Can I play?" And he started also, he just played this beautiful Moonlight Sonata. And I was so surprised by the emotion, because I'm not detached. I've grown stronger. I have, talking about the four bodies, gotten to the point where I know spiritually they're on their journey. I'm pretty over the big loss of it. And it sounds strange when I say that, but there it was, catching I could literally feel my heart breaking, but I was so grateful for that
Yeah.
emotion that was
Yeah.
stirred up at that moment. I was so grateful to feel that pain and that
Mm.
heartbreak and the tears, that just overwhelmed emotion coming up, because there's very little reflecting back in my life, pushing my buttons, triggering me. My cats, sometimes will cause me a little bit of stress. I've got a Malawian that causes me stress. But there's very little that really can open my heart up that much. And it was
But
amazing.
it's such a gift, and I'm so glad that you feel that gift of pain, because it just cracks the heart open like a rose. I always see this huge rose, and the heart just opens up more
Yeah.
and more, and and with that pain comes another whole conscious level and another whole clearance, and it's so empowering and so alchemizing. And I kind of feel like, from what you shared about your sons, and I don't know what you want to share with our viewers, but when you lose people, especially your own children, and as you very poignantly shared, with our sisterhood the other day, about the fact that you grew them in your womb space, you gave them life, you created them, and actually, sister, I really see you like that a little bit. I think, Nirvana's this medicine woman. She's always planting seeds and
Yes.
growing things. um, But yeah, what a gift. What a gift.
Yeah.
A beautiful gift.
Yeah, and for, just to share with in a short nutshell, which, we don't have to go into it because I think we're heading already to wrapping up. But yeah, so I have two beautiful boys, Casey and Cody. The one is 30 this year, the other one will be 27, and they've been out of my life for 15 years. So for 15 years that I've known my oldest son, for 15 years I haven't known him. So it's exactly the same amount of time I don't know him
Oh,
than what I did know him. So I'm very aware of those little things. It's amazing. They are here within kilometers of me, and they have chosen to have a different path that is influenced by whatever is influencing them. And I just bless them on their journey and bless them on whichever way. I hope that their hearts one day will clear. Doesn't mean that I hope that they will knock on my door, because I'm over that already, like I really am over that, but that their hearts would clear for themselves, for their own, healing, for their own darkness that they have inside of them,
absolutely.
that is blocked in there. And so yeah, so it's like we say, we wish them ho'oponopono. I'm always here, completely and utterly waiting, not waiting, that's the wrong word, but will receive them whenever
Yeah.
it should come to that. But I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting anymore.
And I think receiving is absolutely the word. And I feel that, I have a daughter in a similar situation.
Mm,
And I have had to do the exact same thing. I've had to let her go with love and light, bless her, think about her, bless her all the time. But I can't receive her until she's ready to receive me.
absolutely.
And there has to be no conditions to that, because otherwise we're just creating another lot of issues as we go forward. So I have the channel open, and
Mm,
when she has her channel open, I know that one day we'll meet again with love, whenever, wherever that may be.
yeah, yeah. So I want to share with you something I heard last night, and in sort of wrapping up to for people to chew on, is so I've been watching this program called Alone, the Arctic Experience. So people literally are put into these um, environment for 52 days where they have to survive, build their own shack, whatever. So this one guy was talking about positive attitude. Everybody's saying you've got to have a positive attitude, must have a positive attitude. And
You know
so
what I feel about toxic positivity.
I know exactly. So
Yeah.
he came up with this beautiful phrase, and I'm absolutely going to take it on, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to spread it because it was so powerful. And it is the attitude of consciousness and the attitude of awareness. So if we have those two attitudes, just those two, just to be aware and to be conscious about where we are and what we are feeling and what we are doing, we can have an attitude, be conscious that we have an attitude of feeling depressed or victim or goddess, or but to be an attitude of awareness and consciousness. And as long as we're aware and conscious, we can shift, right? Instead of this, we've got to be positive, we've got to be positive, like it's. So this was something that really, I literally took my phone and my
Beautiful.
Evernote and I made notes of it, and I thought that was so incredible.
Yeah, beautiful,
Mm.
beautiful. And I would just like to share my last words, because I know that we're busy ladies today. I'd like to show you this beautiful flower here, if I can get it.
Ah,
And I just want to share not only a birthday gift for you, but I want to say that this flower is just being.
yeah.
It's not trying. It's not got a positive attitude.
Mm.
It's not any more positive than this flower here. It's just being. And sometimes we attach far too much stuff to ourselves. We just need to be, in essence, like
Mm.
that beautiful flower, and glow in our glory, whatever that is and however it looks. So,
Absolutely.
sister, that's what I want to share
Fantastic.
with you for your
Well,
birthday.
oh, thank you so much. What a beautiful birthday catch up, and can't wait to share this. Our previous one, what was our previous subject again? I forget now.
Wasn't it communication?
Communication.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, communication. So that is going to be up today, and then this one will be up next week. Somewhere today, I'm still going to get that one up because I really am committed to having them up every Wednesday. So I am so grateful. Please, people, reach out to us if there's anything you want to contribute and share about, your focus, your vision, your attitude toward, anything and being. That would be so lovely to hear from you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, MEPSology, at MEPSology on Facebook, and MEPS on our YouTube. Just lean in, just make some comments, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, what you'd like us to talk about, anything you like, we're happy to receive.
Yay.
So thanks, everybody.
So wonderful. Have a beautiful, blessed day. May you get through everything with ease today, Claire. And I'm going to go and have some cake with my family now.
Yes.
And
happy birthday cake.
Yes. Thank you so much for your lovely sharing.